I can't pronounce your name.
BillHop. Here, Yosem, why don't you take my clip?
Okay.
So this all started as an idea with Gisem and myself. We've both been working in the scientific community and in the political community. Gisem is one of the pioneers in the Netroots movement. So we wanted to, we've always been involved with polling and had polls delivered to us, and we've sort of seen some of the limitations they've had. So BillHop is our answer to complement those limitations that the polls have. And we provide new analytics, new interface, something interesting for the Netroots community to use that's scientific or non-scientific, broad or specific. It pretty much empowers the users to be their own pollsters and analyze their data and be transparent so that better information is out there.
All right, Yosem, boil it down for me a little more.
Okay, so essentially what it is, we take the traditional polling model and we turn it upside down. So what we do is we enable users to become their own pollsters by having a very simplified set of graphical user interfaces that the user can use without having any knowledge of scientific polling or of any of these things, to be able to analyze the trends or track the pulse of society. So they can do it on any particular thing that they're interested in. So it can be a candidate, it can be a particular issue, or it can be, any object, a celebrity. And so we have some people that will come and they'll be respondents only. Then we'll have some people who will come and will actually want to be political analysts themselves. And then we give them the capability through a widget to be able to take that back to their blogs and be able to blog about it. So the data is freely available and the service is for free. Although we have a tiered pricing strategy, so if you want more power, more scientific power, then at that point, we charge for the higher end services.
And it's BillHop.com. B-U-L. You say it.
It's BillHop.com. Bull and ticks. So as in bull market, and BULL.
I'll get it in the side there.
ITICS.com.
Okay, got it. BillHop.
We look forward to seeing you.
Tell me what BillHop is. Your frame of reference.
Well, for me, being just an individual who, if I want to go and change an opinion of a particular, for me it would be a candidate with this current campaign, based on speeches or based on their actions. I could just go onto the site, log in my name, which doesn't cost anything, and then I go and change my opinion based on the questions that I have offered or a question that I decide to make up.
Are y'all on any social networks?
Yes, with what ones?
We will be in Facebook.
Facebook? What about Twitter?
Well, we will start making, I'm chewing here.
That's all right.
We'll start making different gadgets, internet gadgets that will be read about. But the current model, anybody that has a website, even MySpace or so, it's an API, so they can put it in their social. They can embed it.
Yes.
It's real easy to do.
Really
Yes.
easy.
Copy some code, paste it into HTML, and you're done.
Done.
Yep, exactly.
That's how it works. All right.
Easy. Thank you.
Yosem and
Ricky.
Ricardo Lasello.
Yes.
This has been Paul Terry Wallace of Spring.net talking to BillHop today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Natasha Rosellos.
We are a national think tank. We're based in New York City, and we work on a range of public policy issues. We're really interested in having people be able to participate in our democracy, our economy, and our government. And so we work on issues related to all of those topics. So we have some current reports out right now that deal with debt, for example, and credit card debt, and issues related to people entering and staying in the middle class. We work.
Feel free to hold any literature up.
Oh, okay.
Of course, of talking.
So we have a couple of different new reports out. One is on credit card deregulation. A couple of them look at issues related to the middle class, like this is a recent one by a thread. Another aspect of our work is we work on having people be able to participate in our democracy, and so we're particularly interested in two main issues in that arena. We work on election day reform. We work on election day registration. There are 9 states in the country where you can currently register and vote on the same day, and so we're working on having that be able to happen across the country. And then we also work on other election-related issues. And then the last area where we really focus our efforts is helping people understand how they can participate in our government. And particularly what we do is we talk a lot with folks about why people don't believe in government anymore. And our focus there really is to look at what has happened over the course of the last 40 years and why it is that today we've come to a time in our country when people so often find government to be a joke, when we realize it is the institution we need for all of us to be able to work together. And so we have a whole project related to how progressives can help people have a different understanding of government and open themselves up to a different conception of government.
Great. And your name is?
I am Marcia Kinsey, and I'm with Demos. We're based in New York City.
Demos. What's the website address?
It's demos.org, demos.org.
Are you all on any social networks of any kind?
You know, I'm sure someone else in my organization knows that, but I don't. I know we've done some stuff with Facebook when we did our conference related to youth recently.
Great.
Called The Better Deal.
Thank you for talking.
Thank you. Who are you?
Voluntary with Spring.net.
And what are you doing?
We're here with Spring.net. We're here with Sean Tanner with
Maplight.org.
You're a speaker. Boil down what you're talking about as a speaker.
So, sure, I'm part of a transparency workshop on Saturday that's being hosted by the Sunlight Foundation right over there. And what we're talking about is new tools for transparency, for government transparency around campaign finance issues. So with maplight.org, you can look at where your legislators got the money to run for office, and then how they vote on issues that would affect the groups that give them money. So sort of following the money trail and seeing how votes match up with money.
And where are you guys from?
We're from Berkeley, California, but we do all of federal campaign contributions. We match them with federal legislation.
So what is the software database and so forth behind all this? What's the technical aspect?
So the technical aspect, actually Advomatic does our site. They're here as a sponsor, and it's a Drupal site. It's open source, and anybody can use Maplight. It's a free service for everybody.
So votes and money, that's what we all are about.
Votes and money, that's right. So come to maplight.org.
Nice color scheme, too.
Thank you.
All right. This is Paul Terry Wallace of Spring.net with NetrootsNation. Hey, we're here at NetrootsNation with Science Blogs, LLC. Now, that doesn't sound like a company that would be at NetrootsNation. Why are y'all here?
Well, you know, there's a lot of action at the intersection of science and politics, I think, and NetrootsNation is all about people wanting to change things, and I think some of the biggest issues I've heard about so far here are energy and science policy, and those are things that we talk about on Science Blogs all the time. So
Tell us who you are.
I'm Virginia Hughes. I'm the community manager of Science Blogs, and this is Ed Brayton, who's one of our most popular bloggers.
Hello.
He can
What
probably.
does the community manager do exactly?
So we have 71 blogs on our network. So I try to keep them all in line. I don't know. I field emails from readers and coordinate community projects and try to form a cohesive. We have a homepage, and we try to aggregate all the most interesting content on the whole network. So
What blogging platform do you use?
we use Movable Type.
Okay. And you're the intersection of science and politics. Is that what you do?
Well, we do all things science. With 71 bloggers, we have people talking about astrophysics and string theory, and then we have Ed here who blogs about creationism and intelligent design. So we're coming on 1 million comments. Should be August or September, which is kind of a big deal for us.
Tell us about what you do, Ed.
Well, I'm behind the guy that runs the blog Dispatchers from the Culture Wars, which is on the Science Blogs Network. And the subtitle of my blog is Thoughts from the Interface of Science, Religion, Law, and Culture. And I tend to write about those areas where science and politics and religion and law all kind of come together, like the evolution and creationism issue. And so, that's just issues that I write about. And
now you have a fairly glossy-looking publication here.
Yes, we do. This is Seed Magazine. Science Blogs is owned by Seed Media Group, and which produces Seed Magazine, and we also do a lot of other science. The motto of Seed Media Group is "Science is Culture," so we do a lot of things at the intersection of science and culture.
So are you the same organization or two different groups?
Same organization.
Okay.
Yep, with just a different branch. So one branch does the magazine, and the other does Science Blogs. We're based in Manhattan.
Tell us your name again and your web address.
Virginia Hughes, and I'm for Science Blogs, and the web address is www.scienceblogs.com.
Great. We're talking to Virginia Hughes and Ed today with Science Blogs LLC. This is Paul Terry Wallace with Spring.net. Terry Wallace with Spring.net. We've got the folks from GoLeftTV here. I'll let them introduce themselves and they'll tell us what GoLeft is all about.
How you doing? I'm Farron Cousins, the co-anchor of the Daily Left on GoLeft.tv.
I'm Damian Hendricks, co-editor on GoLeftTV. Me and Robbie Harvey put together the video and the content that you see on GoLeft.tv.
Well, basically, GoLeft.tv got started about a year or so ago when we just became so frustrated with the mainstream media. So you basically have 5 major corporations that control almost 90% of the media out there. So we wanted to create something where people can get news they're not going to see on mainstream media, consumer alerts that they're not going to get from the FDA or the government, and just comedy videos, to have a good time. So we've got everything you can imagine. Videos from Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Mike Papantonio on Ring of Fire, Tom Hartman, Jim Hightower, Lionel, David Bender. We have daily news 7 days a week. We have consumer advocate sections, heads-up videos by Matt Filipovich, and Media Moron segments, which have taken off pretty well. So we're very happy with the site, so we encourage everybody to check it out. It's www.goleft.tv.
Now, are you also sort of a social network of any kind?
Not at the moment. We're kind of moving towards that a little bit if we can get the technology right. We just relaunched our website, so everything is still in the works, but nothing's off limits right now. So
where are you guys based out of?
We're based out of Pensacola, Florida.
Damian, what's your role in this venture?
My role is to take the camera and shoot. What we do is, like every morning, we'll film Farron and Lee here out of Pensacola, Florida. We actually film out of the Levin Papantonio law firm. We do the Daily Left News, put that up every morning, and anything in between, we'll do Ring of Fire interviews when Bobby Kennedy and Mike Papantonio, Tom Hartman, all the above are talking. We set the interviews up, we film them, we edit them, we put them on the site. They also go on Ring of Fire and Air America Radio. And we also have embedded videos, which means you can take our video off our site and you can put them on any other blog, any other site you want to, just by putting the embedded code in there.
What's a couple of recent good shows that we should check out if we go on your site?
Well, we just had a Robert F. Kennedy Jr. interviewed Vincent Bugliosi. We've got an exclusive interview between Robert and Governor Don Siegelman. We just put up a new Media Moron of Ann Coulter, which is very funny. We encourage everybody to check that out. We've got Mike Papantonio doing his classic Pap attacks on John McCain, Bush's economy, all sorts of things. And of course, the daily news every day is stuff you're not going to see anywhere else. So we encourage everyone to go to GoLeft.tv and check it out.
Hey, this is GoLeftTV. This is Paul Terry Wallace at NetrootsNation with Spring.net. Terry Wallace at NetrootsNation with Spring.net, and we're here with BillHop.com. What is BillHop.com? First of all, who are you?
My name is Maritza Kelly with BillHop.com, and BillHop is a legislative wiki. Right now, it tracks bills in the Texas legislature, and it's open to the public. Users are allowed to comment, create arguments for and against the bill, create talking points on a bill. And BillHop will expand to Congress and then to all of the state legislatures so that users will be able to keep an eye on various movements happening in different states. So it's like a bill tracking site, but with a focus on the participatory aspect.
So it's just Texas right now, but you're going to, how long will it take you to expand out to the rest of the country?
Well, with the legislative session coming up, that's going to keep us pretty busy in Texas, but I'd imagine after the end of this coming 81st session, But you can check for updates at BillHop.com.
What's your daily routine like when the legislature is in session?
Oh goodness, lots of coffee, lots of running around.
Yeah.
There's no routine, really, though.
What would I use your site for? What would be the usage of it?
It's essentially just a way to monitor the bills that are going through the process and to get the word out about bad bills, good bills, bills you want to kill, bills you want to see passed. And it will facilitate the ability to contact your representative and make talking points about those bills.
Great, I've been talking with
Maritza Kelly.
Maritza Kelly with BillHop.com. This is Paul Terry Wallace at NetrootsNation with Spring.net. Roots Nation, and I'm here with
Judy Niscala from the Texas Freedom Network, and we're oh no!
I'll get back to you.
Ooh.
I'll get back to you.
Great. We're actually we're a nonprofit here in Texas, and we fight. We're the watchdog of the religious right. So we have Rick Perry here. And basically we fight for religious freedom and individual liberties. So we focus on things like keeping evolution in the classroom, comprehensive sex ed, stem cell research, all those types of issues. All right, let's see. We have the chairman of the State Board of Education. We have Ann Colzer. Let's see. I believe this is Warren Chisholm. I don't know. Yeah, and Phyllis Schaffley from the Eagle Forum, I believe. Yeah. So yes, these are our religious rights figures. Well, basically, we're all part of the Texas Table, which is a group of about 30 nonprofits in Texas that all work together. We collaborate resources, as well as just kind of meet once a month to talk about what we're working on. You know, if there's things that we can help each other out with and that sort of thing. So that's our connection. And so this is the Texas/Southwest chapter, I believe, of the Sierra Club that we work with quite closely and often. As well as Equality Texas, which is at the other end of the table.
Now, Equality Texas, you are?
Hi, I'm Laramie Gorbett, and I'm a volunteer with Equality Texas. It is the leading statewide lobbying group that works for equality for all Texas, specifically gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, and questioning individuals. We're working on several different initiatives. We're working on an anti-discrimination policy to help end discrimination in the workplace. We are working on a Safe Schools initiative to promote safer schools, to protect kids from bullying, all kids. We're also working on passing hate crime legislation and working to make foster care and adoption available for all Texans, including gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender.
How do you like NetrootsNation so far?
I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of like-minded, progressive individuals that are ready for change to come together and network.
And what's your view of NetrootsNation?
So far it's been real exciting. We've been meeting people from all over the country, and it's exciting that they're in Texas and getting to hear a little bit about what's going on in Texas. And especially exciting to show them a different side of Texas that maybe they don't see in the news every day. So.
Are you all on any social networks?
We have Facebook, definitely, and our website is tfn.org, and we also just launched a blog, which is tfninsider.org. It went live yesterday, so everybody should check that out.
What's your internet?
EqualityTexas.org, and then EqualityTexas.org, Facebook, and MySpace as well. Is there one? Not at this time. Maybe in the future.
Well, thank you all.
Thank you.
Paul Terry Wallace with Spring.net. Weiss, no relation to the actress, I don't think.
No relation.
Anyway, you're with OpenCongress.org, FollowTheMoney.org, and Open Secrets.
We're actually with FollowTheMoney.org, and the other groups will be here hopefully today or later tomorrow. And what FollowTheMoney.org does is state-level campaign finance research. So we find out what state candidates and party committees are raising in all 50 states, and then we put that data on our website so you can search for what your state representative, your state senator, what is your governor receiving from various individuals and groups. It's all searchable. You can track industries, so what is the telecommunications industry giving in your state? What are they giving in all 50 states? What did they give in 2002, 2004, 2006?
Sounds like a heavy-duty database.
There's a lot of heavy lifting, yes. There's a lot of data entry, a lot of manipulation of electronic data from the states, but it is all seamless on the website, so people don't have to go to Michigan to find out what Michigan candidates are raising.
What software is this running on?
You know, I actually don't know that. We have our database is backed up on our back end. It's a creation that we have developed over the years that works for us, so it's not a product that's on the market. Oh, each cycle there are at least 2 to 3 million, and we have, yes, and we have back to 1999 incomplete data. So there are millions and millions of records that document billions of dollars that go to state legislative candidates, party committees. Ballot measures are also a big money raiser.
Sounds like a real server-intensive.
Yes, we have 2 servers, so there's a lot of bandwidth that goes up. But fortunately for people using the website, they can go and it's all relatively simple there.
This is the website.
Yes, that's the homepage of the website. People can look up using the state overview map. They can look up by state and cycle to see what people are giving. They can look at industries, what they're giving as well. So let me check where my cursor is. There we go.
What industries are giving? Okay,
yep.
You can get a
so you can see
breakdown.
Exactly. Here's
by color shades.
Yep, shades of color. Let's look at Texas here. What Texas is giving.
Quick summary of. I can tell you also.
So you can see that so far in 2008 we have about $35 million. The complete cycle is 06, so we can look at in the last election cycle what was going on as well. And that'll take you there. So you can jump between years pretty easily. Yeah. So you start to see just their summary data. You can see what gubernatorial candidates raised, what statewide candidates, House, Senate, and we also have court information. And then for the states that allow them, we have ballot measures and also party committees.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's really nice talking to you.
Yep, nice talking to you.
What's your name and your website and
Rachel Weiss at followthemoney.org.
All right, this is Paul Terry Wallace at NetrootsNation with Spring.net.
Consumer power is that part of it. Because really what I think is that if man and the internet...
Terry Wallace with Spring.net, and I'm here with Dorothy Royal Hadinger.
Sorry, it's Dorothy.
Tell us who you're with.
I'm here with C3 Communications.
And what do they do?
Well, we do online outreach for nonprofits, and that includes web video, that includes basic web campaigns, and also consulting for nonprofits.
And you work for other organizations as well, right?
Yeah, I actually have my own blog called GetFreshCut.com, and we write about web video and post a lot of YouTube videos that we think are cool. And yeah, I've also, let me think. We do campaigns for so many people, Sierra Club, Ad Council, things like that. So.
And how much video are you shooting here at the conference?
Today?
Yeah.
So far I'm just on one tape, but
yeah.
I'll probably be shooting a couple tapes.
And will you be here for the entire conference?
I'm going to be here until Saturday.
Right.
I don't know why I'm leaving.
What kind of highlights are you looking to do video of while you're at the conference?
I definitely would like to get some of the green panel speakers and get their input about the different candidates and kind of what their environmental platforms are and who people should vote for and things like that. I personally want to check out the Media That Matters Film Festival because I think it's really cool. And I'm definitely going to the Light Bulbs to Leadership party tonight. Sierra Club is hosting it, and it's a party that says, you know, okay, we can change our light bulbs, but we could also get good candidates in office. So,
kind of, what's unique about us is that in any of our campaigns, there's a tipping point, so no one actually.
Today I talked to the founders of The Point.
So, say you want to boycott a company, but you don't want to be the only person
talked
to do it. You only want to do
the
it if it's
people
actually
who are running OneSky.org, which I guess is
I'll do it if a million people do it with me, and watch the progress grow up.
I talked to onesky.org, which is an organization that's trying to bring all the climate change activists together. And I also talked to some women who have an organization, I can't remember the name, but it's about vaccine safety, which I think is really interesting. I think they're called NVIC, but I don't know what that stands for.
What do you think of the Netroots event overall?
I think it's cool. I've actually only just been in this room so far, but I like Austin, and I've met a lot of really interesting people.
Where did you say you're based out of?
We're based out of Chicago.
Chicago?
Yeah.
What's going on in Chicago?
Chicago is hot, but not as hot as Austin. We have a lot of documentary film happening, and what else is going on? People are going to the beach. I'm working in front of a computer, so I don't know anything about that.
All right, and you're using the Canon, I guess.
Yes, I'm using the Canon HV30. It's awesome, minus the lack of manual focus button or whatever you call it.
And then what about social networks? What social networks do you belong to?
I belong to Facebook, Twitter. I have some Ning groups that I participate in. I am not on MySpace as an individual yet, and I'm still trying to decide if I should do it. I just get frustrated with all the spam and all the kind of low quality networking where it's like you never really actually meet anybody, you just hear about what book they just wrote or something like that. I really like Facebook, I really like Twitter, and I'm trying to think.
Twitter username?
It's Dorothe RH, so it's DOROTHEE and then a capital RNH.
Oh, an RNH after that.
Yeah.
Which stands for?
My last name, which is Royal Hadinger.
Okay.
Yeah. So I post a lot of links.
They don't allow that many characters.
They do. Well, it's well, yeah. It's just I don't know, like 8 characters or something. I know my bio is so short, but I post a lot of green links, things to interesting articles and videos and stuff like that.
Well, great. This is Dorothe. I hope I said that right.
Yeah.
NetrootsNation, documenting NetrootsNation, just like I am. This is Paul Terry Wallace at NetrootsNation with spring.net. Your name and your compadre's name here and what y'all are doing here.
Sure. My name's Andrew Mason. And I'm Aaron With. Okay. And so what the point is it's an online tool that lets anyone start a campaign. They can ask people to either give money or do something on the site as a group, but it only happens once the campaign reaches a tipping point that they set. So, for example, you might want to raise $2,000 to build a park. And so you start a campaign and people pledge money, they enter their credit cards, but the credit card isn't charged unless it hits that tipping point, that $2,000 goal. Or you might want to have a boycott against a company, say you need to stop using sweatshops or else we will boycott. And instead of one person acting alone, you wait until you hit a critical mass, enough people such that the total cost of losing those customers will be greater than the benefit of using sweatshops. So the whole idea is to take the risk out of acting as part of a group and build the resources you need in order to really affect change before anybody sticks their neck out.
So what are some examples of projects that you've got involved in?
You want me to show you? Other people start the campaigns. So I'll show you some that people have done. So this is a site called Spot Us is using the point to make these community-funded reporting projects. So in this example, this guy is trying to raise $2,500 to write this article on fact-checking political ads in San Francisco. And people pledge the money, but the article won't get written and the money won't be collected unless they hit that goal. They're $40. I think they're a little further than this now. But, here's one where people raised money to do an anti-war billboard in Michigan that was $1,100, and that was successful. They put up the billboard. This is an interesting one. So people who want to make Election Day a holiday, instead of trying to get it passed as legislation, they're just saying, hey, if we get enough people to just skip work, we'll have safety in numbers, and everyone can't get in trouble. So if 100,000 people join this campaign, then and only then we'll skip work and just make it a de facto holiday. So those are a few campaigns. People have used it to try and start like an eBay union. People tried to use it to build a winter dome over Chicago and float a giant banana above Texas. So it allows you to, it enables these long shot causes or kind of radical things that you couldn't do if someone had to stick their neck out front.
What's the most impressive campaign you've ever seen?
Well, most of the campaigns that have been unqualified success have been smaller. We launched the site back in November in alpha, and we're launching 1.0 this weekend. So, for example, someone raised money to fund a play that they wanted to write. People right now are in the process of raising money to make a documentary on vegan films. So. Let me see what else there is.
Vegan films.
Or, not on vegan films, on on being vegan. The film is on being vegan. So usually I just say words and some of them are right. So I'll see if I can find some more here. Let's see. These are some of the tipped campaigns. Here's some
salsa dancing.
Yeah, people raise money to buy equipment so they could do salsa dancing and street theater.
Show me that vegan one.
Let's see, vegan.
You gotta search.